This class will cover the overview of sound healing and what is sound healing, what is sound, and how does it heal, and what are the essentialities of sound healing. So first, let us understand what is sound healing, right? Sound healing is healing through sound, healing through sound. And what to heal? Body, mind, emotions, and memories also. You have to heal the memories also, because there are lots of memories, traumatic memories, which are there inside the memory, which create problems. You can just understand this like the memory of a computer or memory of a cell phone. So let us give an example of computer. Computer has also memory, right? What you call ROM, read-only memory, ROM, like hard disk. So there is hard disk into the computer. And if there is any virus in that hard disk, what you call memory, then what will that cause? You understand. That will corrupt the softwares. And that will not let software work properly. Any software. Virus is malicious, right? And that will cause the system slow, and also some malfunctioning of some softwares. And virus is such a powerful thing that sometimes damages the hardware also. That crashes the RAM, that crashes the hard disk. In that case, we'll have to change the hard disk completely. That may completely destroy the motherboard also. What? Simple virus, which is software, right? So also about some very toxic memories are there in mind, in the memory. And through sound healing, you cleanse that also, okay? So we have to heal the memories also. And the ultimate, last is, please must note down, the last thing is called the consciousness. Memory is part of consciousness. And consciousness itself is called as self, Atma. Atma is consciousness. Consciousness is Atma. God is consciousness. Consciousness is God. So when we say that God created, God has created the creation. So that is consciousness which created the things without hands. So consciousness is such a powerful thing that can create anything without any tool, without any instrument, right? So consciousness. So we have to heal all these levels of our beings. Okay.
How, in your opinion, how is the mental body different from the emotional body? They are under the same. Like the mental body would mean thoughts, and thoughts generate emotions. Is that the difference?
Yeah, I'll explain this. So mental body is all about mind, right? Mind. And you know, the functionalities of mind. Mind has 5 functions. 5 functions. If you want, you can note down. First is Praman. Praman in Sanskrit. Praman. 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 In English, this is called authentication. Authentication or validating. Validation. So mind keeps authenticating the things. Validating the things. This is one of the functions of mind. When you'll understand mind, then you'll understand emotions also. Then you'll be able to differentiate the difference between mind and emotions. But these two are different entities, right? So mind's first function is authentication, called Praman in Sanskrit. Second is Viparya. Viparya is called misconception. Misconception. Misunderstanding.
So the mind clears the misunderstanding, or
mind creates misunderstanding also.
yeah.
Or mind misunderstands also. So Viparya is also called as to see the things as they appear, but not as they are. This is second, viewing the things as they appear, but not as they are. This is called Viparya. The second function of mind. And third is Vikalp. Vikalp is alternatives. So mind keeps finding alternatives. If this is not working, let us try that. If this is also not working, let us try that. Okay. See, all these functions could be positive and could be negative also. These functions are good, but also bad. That doesn't mean that you don't use these things, these faculties of mind. You have to use all these faculties of mind, but to a limit. When you will start overusing that, then that will become the negativity of mind. Praman is also very important. Authenticating is also important. See, when you had come to us, then you might have explored different schools, different institutes, right? You have authenticated. And when you found that this seems to be more authentic, then you approached us, then you try to finalize this, then you registered, and then you have started. Okay, but still you are authenticating. Whatever I'm learning, how authentic is this, or how valid is this, these kind of things. So this keeps going on. This is fine. But too much authenticating will create problem. Then we will not, then that will not let you learn. Once you decide, once you resolve, then no authenticate. Before resolution, before coming to a conclusion, you have scope. You have a scope of validating, you have a scope of thinking. But once you have made it done, then no. This is like marriage. Before marrying a man or woman, you must have all the speculation, you must have all the validation. Once you decide, then whatever consequence will come, both, not only wife, not only husband, both have to live together. Well, so I was talking about the functions of mind. First is Brahman, second is Viparya, third is Vikalp, is alternatives, and fourth is Nidra. Nidra is Nidra, is sleepiness. Sleepiness. So mind needs to sleep also. Mind needs to sleep. If mind will not sleep, then it will become crazy, it will become mad, isn't it? Mental hospitals are full of people who did not have sleep, well sleep. They had sleep disorder, and that led them to mental failure. So sleep means Nidra.
Too much of sleep is also not good.
Anything too much is not good. Anything too much is against health. Anything. That is why I have mentioned even authenticating, too much authenticate is unhealth, and not authenticating is also unhealth. Too much emotion is unhealth, and no emotion is also unhealth. Right? That's called Nidra. And fifth is called Smriti. Smriti is memory. Memory. So these are 5 functions of mind. Okay. Now we come to emotions. The nature of emotion. First nature of emotion is attachment, and with it comes indulgence. Emotional people are very indulgent. They're very attached. And second is detachment. This is also called aversion. You know aversion? Attraction or distraction. So one nature of emotion is attraction. When I am emotional to my girlfriend, or if I am lady or girl, then my boyfriend. So because of emotional, too much emotional, we get attached to that. Similarly, when we get emotional about your property also, about your stuff also, you connect your emotion with the things also. You connect your emotion with the horse, right? With car, with things, dead things, and also with living things like dog, pets. You connect yourself with emotion, this attachment. This is one emotion. And second emotion is hate, what you call hate or aversion, right? And how that happens when we are disagree, when we are discontent, when we are getting suffering from that, when we have uncomfortable things, or when we are not comfortable, when we are not adjustable, then we detach ourselves from that. And you may have witnessed that normally we start hating people whom we were loving. That transforms, right? Like in relationships also, a couple is in love, too much in love. When they separate, they start hating each other. Normally, not abnormally. There will be some extraordinary people who will not hate their ex. But with separation, they start giving negative reviews or negative talks about each other. So, what is that? That is called aversion. So, this also a kind of emotion, anger. Anger is emotion. Love is emotion, and anger is emotion. They are two emotions. So, emotional being is different than mental being, mental aspect. Okay. Emotion is, actually in one word, that is love or hate. Love or hate. But you should have balance. We should not neither love or nor hate, but be realistic. When you are realistic, then you will not have any dissension, will not have any conflict, because you understand each other's problems, each other's limitations, each other's things. Then you will not have that kind of things. They will have emotional stabilization, emotional well-being. Emotional well-being comes with understanding.
Understanding about ourselves and
Others also. And with it comes tolerance. Tolerance. You have much tolerance. And sacrifice also. You are in position of sacrifice. You can sacrifice your comfort for your beloved one. Right? So this is emotional things, emotional behaviors. Okay. But everything should be balanced. Clear? Now difference is clear? Mental and emotional aspects of our being. So we have to heal all these aspects. And normally people will come to you for sound healing because they are stressful, they are frightened, they have some sleep disorder, or they have ill health. So they will come to heal their bodies, or some diseases also. So of course, sound works, sound heals. And if the person who comes to you for healing, and if you could open them, because first job as a healer, you will have to open that person for the healing, to receive the healing is essence. Yeah. And that happens through certain practices, like practices of let go, right? Practices of non-resistance. You have to teach them that don't resist yourself. And during healing, if they want to cry, let them cry. If during healing, if they want to move their bodies, let them move. No control. They don't have to control their energies, their being. Okay. So these are the requirements. We'll have to teach them that please follow these rules of opening of yourself, so that this healing energy will penetrate into all the layers of your being and will optimize them, will heal them. Okay.
And these rules, we will look at them in detail later on.
Later on. Yeah. And you will discover that these are the effective techniques of opening of the being. They are the techniques to come into receptive mode. Okay, then this will work more effectively. You will find during sound healing, there will be some of the participants who may not like some specific sounds because of their blockages, and also their memories with that sound. Sometimes some wrong things happened, and that time if some sound was being played, that sound will start creating irritation in that person, uncomfortability in that person.
Because our body remembers sounds and
Yes,
experiences.
yes. Memory remembers memories. Yeah. But you'll have to persuade your participant that please try to endure this. Please try to, don't resist this. If you want to cry, just cry, but don't block this. Let the sound go there, and let it release this. Okay. In sound healing, you will be playing different sounds, and they will have different notes, like 7 notes only. That 7 plus 5 additional, some variations. So total 12 notes. Okay. But majorly there are 7 notes. Okay. And you will play a specific note for a specific chakra.
Correct.
Okay. And all these are stored in our energy centers, chakras. And you'll find that sometimes you'll find some people who were sexually exploited, they will feel uneasy when they will meditate on the Swadhisthana chakra. Swadhisthana is sacral chakra that is connected with our sexuality. So people who are exploited, they will feel uncomfortable, they will feel resisting, holding, and you'll find that if that person will undergo some sessions, healing sessions, for that chakra, then slowly that chakra will be healed. That person will be out of that things. So what you'll have to do is you'll have to play that singing ball. You have to play that song, not only singing ball, different songs, different instruments for that chakra. Okay. So this is the method.
I also had a question. I think yesterday when we were chanting these mantras, especially the hung mantra, I think, the throat one. So the vibrations were felt only there.
You felt vibration only there, not in other chakras.
So I don't know if I did it consciously or the mantra affects or targets that area. So yeah, that's a question that I had. Is it our consciousness that we are thinking and targeting that particular chakra, or is it the mantra is specifically it targets chakra?
Yeah, right. Actually, every mantra, especially the Bij mantras of chakras, has effects, and that will affect the corresponding chakra. Okay, but if you apply your consciousness in chanting, that will create more energy, more effects. It will become more healing. So whether you are conscious or not, but that will certainly create effects. But if you are conscious, that will create more effects. Right? So you can heal the energy center or chakra through this sound. This is called verbal sound. So there are different types of sounds. Biosound, like sound created by human being. It's called biosound. Then instrumental sound. You create through instruments. Then there are some natural sounds. Please note down this. First is biosound. Second is instrumental. Third is natural sound.
Like that would be
ocean, river, or the air, wind. Right? Some spring or birds.
Yeah, I think especially the natural sounds, sometimes they make people sleep better, like on YouTube.
Because that is healing, like rain sound.
Yes.
So there is a rain stick. Yeah. They create rain sound through that rain stick. Yeah. You can buy rain stick also. This is very healing. Rain stick. So you can use different instruments. You can use your own sound. And then you can take your instruments in the nature, sometimes on the bank of the river. Sit, observe the sound. Sometimes if you are in the beach area, then go on the seashore, observe the song, or go in the jungle, observe the chirpy sound of the birds. Cuckoo sound. Cuckoo bird that creates very melodious sound. Or human sound is also like music. If someone sings classical music or any kind of specific song, bhajan or ghazal, these kind of songs, classical music also heals. And in instruments, there are different instruments. They are the instruments like harmonium, tabla, or flute, guitar, ukulele, different instruments. Shahnai. Shahnai is also different. That is played in marriage, wedding. And there is instrument which is played in the battlefield.
Yes. Is it the gong? It's not the gong.
That's not gong. That is
to mark the start of the battle.
Yeah. Drums are also used. Okay. So these are the instruments. So that was about sound healing, basic things.